Okay, so let's dive into this. We really need to talk about these national whatever days.
Hmm.
Seems like there's one for everything now, doesn't it? Toasters, left-handers. But thankfully, our dogs, the best creatures on Earth, they've quite a few days dedicated to them, too.
And they absolutely do. And, well, that's kind of where the issue comes in, isn't it? The problem we keep seeing reflected in the sources is that most people, they celebrate by posting a really nice photo online, slap on a hashtag, and then, well, then it's back to normal. Nothing actually changes for the dog itself that day.
Yeah, that's pretty much the definition of performative effects,
Yeah.
right? You get the Happy National Dog Day
Mm-hmm.
message, but then you realize, wait, that dog only got a quick 10-minute walk,
Yeah.
left alone the rest of the day.
Right.
It's not really celebrating them, it's just making content.
Exactly. So our mission today, looking through all this material, is to pull out some really specific, actionable things, ways to take these sort of generic dog holidays and make the celebration actually meaningful to the dog. And we're focusing specifically on October, looking at the dates hitting us here in Ireland.
Right. We're looking at sources that really dig into that difference, the difference between just showing off online and actually being committed.
Yeah.
Welfare, engagement, the real stuff.
And what's really interesting is how we can take things that are, well, frankly required, like walking your dog, checking their health, and use these dates on the calendar almost as reminders to elevate them, turn them into something genuinely special.
Okay, let's jump right in then. First week of October, we've got National Walk Your Dog Week, October 1st to 7th. I have to admit, a whole week for walking your dog, it feels a little, well, absurd. Walking is just basic care, isn't it? If you only walk your dog because it's a special week, you're kind of missing the point already.
You've absolutely hit the nail on the head there. So the question becomes, how do you level up something that's mandatory? And the sources, they actually detail how you shift this from just, exercise ticking a box into a real bonding time, sensory experience for the dog. It stops being about your step count and it starts being about their mental well-being.
Okay, so what does that look like? Practically speaking, we need specific actions.
Well, first off, variety. Simple thing. Try a different route every single day that week. New smells, new things to see, stimulus. Then add time. Just commit to an extra 15 minutes on the usual walk. If you normally do half an hour, make it 45. That extra time, it's gold.
And this next point, I saw this come up again and again in the materials. Letting the dog lead. Why is that so important? Letting them sniff absolutely everything they want compared to just, a normal walk where we set the pace.
Because sniffing is thinking for a dog. It's cognitive work. Sure, a brisk walk might tire their legs out, but a walk where they're using their nose, that tires their brain. Sniffing lets them understand their world. It helps them de-stress. They get to make choices. You're empowering them, basically. It turns what can be a pretty boring walk for them into, like, an adventure.
Right, right. And the Irish reality check. October, it's going to rain. We have to mention the inevitable downpours, probably 4 days out of the 7.
And honestly, the dog really doesn't care about the rain. They just don't. They care that you're there with them. Don't let the weather be an excuse to cut it short. Just, get a decent waterproof jacket, towel them off properly when you get back. Go anyway. That commitment, that's part of the bond, too.
Okay, moving on. October 4th is World Animal Day. This one's global. Big history, right? Goes back to 1925. Linked to St. Francis of Assisi.
Yeah, it is. And this day, perhaps more than any other, is about shifting from just posting online to actual real-world impact for welfare. The sources lay out about 4 core ways to make this day count for animals, not just your own pet. First one, donate. Even just a $5 helps. Especially local Irish groups think Dogs Trust Ireland, the DSPCA, May DRA out in Galway, Care Rescue Dogs in Monaghan, Dog Angels Ireland. Running those places costs a fortune.
Makes sense. What's number 2?
Volunteer. Rescues always need help.
Yeah.
Always. And it's not just walking dogs, though that's great. They often need admin support, people to help with fostering, fundraising events, maybe even just driving animals to vets. Look beyond the maybe fun jobs and see where your actual skills could fit.
Okay. Donate, volunteer. Third.
Learn. You can't really help fix problems if you don't understand them. And this means, sometimes, looking at the tough stuff. Puppy farming, illegal dog importation, the whole ongoing critical issue around greyhound welfare here in Ireland.
That's a heavy one. The sources definitely push the education part, but diving into things like illegal imports, it can feel pretty bleak, can't it? Why is it so crucial to learn about these darker sides?
Because knowing gives you power. You need to understand to act effectively. If you don't know the signs of, say, an illegally imported puppy, you could accidentally support that awful trade. Learning makes you a better advocate, a more ethical, Well, consumer, really, which links straight to the fourth point. Support local.
Ah, voting with your euro.
Exactly that. Buy from Irish pet businesses that you know are ethical, the ones using sustainable materials that manufacture responsibly. When you choose where your money goes, you're basically investing in the kind of pet industry you want to see.
Okay, let's shift gears. Mid-month, October 13th, we hit Pet Obesity Awareness Day.
Mm.
This one's, well, it's uncomfortable. The statistic that kept popping up in the sources is genuinely shocking. Over half the dogs in Ireland are overweight.
It's a huge problem, an epidemic, really. And the sources are blunt. We're essentially loving them to death. We swap quality time, real engagement for, high-calorie treats, bits off the table. Your dog doesn't love you more because you give them biscuits. They love you because you're their whole world.
That three-step plan mentioned feel ribs, measure food, more exercise. It sounds simple. But sources must touch on why owners find it hard to cut back treats. What's the block there?
I think the main thing is it's about us, not them, often. Human emotion, we feel guilty, maybe we're tired. We want that instant happy reaction from the dog. And a treat. It's the easy way. It makes us feel like a good owner. Even if, long-term, we're actually damaging their health, their mobility. The sources really push that the real act of love is choosing their health over that, 5 seconds of excitement for a crisp.
Okay, so if we get past that mental block, how do we know for sure? Is my dog overweight? Give us the quick check.
Yeah, the signs are usually pretty clear if you look properly. 1, can you easily feel their ribs without pressing hard? You should be able to. 2, look down at them from above. Can you see a definite waistline, or do they just look like a furry sausage? 3, is their belly sagging down low? And 4, do they get puffed out really easily after just a short, normal walk? Those are big clues.
Right. Problem identified, solution involves more exercise, mandatory. But how do we actually get ourselves motivated, and the dog motivated, to do that extra exercise, especially when, the weather's probably grim, which kind of leads us nicely into the fun part, proper fetch.
Yes, that's the key transition. Exercise needs to be fun, engaging, high intensity, mentally stimulating. That's what proper fetch brings. Because let's be honest, most fetches, lobbing a soggy tennis ball 5 yards over and over, it's pretty boring for everyone.
So what makes it proper fetch?
It's about distance, first off, getting them sprinting, real cardio. That means needing to throw maybe 50 meters, even more, variety in direction, maybe hiding the ball sometimes, mental engagement, and doing it regularly. And honestly, this kind of high-intensity play often needs better tools, something to help you get that distance safely without wrecking your shoulder. And hygiene, too. Nobody enjoys picking up a soaking wet, slobbery ball, right?
Definitely not. And connecting back to the diet part, how does this proper exercise help with the obesity problem specifically?
Well, it burns calories much more efficiently, builds lean muscle. Seriously, 20 minutes of really good structured fetch can tire a dog out way more than an hour of just plodding along on the lead. It actually helps change their metabolism, makes the dietary changes stick much better.
Okay, let's talk big events then.
Yeah.
Later in the month, usually around October 18th and 19th, there's the Pet Expo near Dublin Airport. Ireland's biggest pet event, loads of stalls, thousands of people, and dogs.
It is huge, massive. And look, it's great for the community vibe, but the reality check here is it's mental. Absolute chaos. Thousands of people, hundreds of dogs, all the noise, the smells, constant stimulation. We'd really strongly suggest only bring dogs that are genuinely well socialized and cope well with crowds. If your dog is anxious, reactive, please leave them at home where they feel safe. It's just not fair on them. No shame in going by yourself.
Good point. And for those who do go, what's the game plan? How do you survive it and actually get something out of it?
Definitely go early, beat the biggest rush, avoid that midday crash when it's just packed, and have a plan. Know 3 or 4 things you definitely want to see or maybe buy. Don't just wander aimlessly. The sources really highlight try and gear out, test harnesses, feel the toys, talk to the Irish makers who are actually there. That face-to-face thing is brilliant.
And very conveniently, October 18th is also National Fetch Day. Started in the U.S., I think, but it lines up perfectly with the Expo weekend. Great chance to really focus on play.
Exactly. This is where that idea of enhanced play really comes into focus, using that community buzz. For example, the sources mention things like competitive fetch sessions happening at the expo sometimes, showcasing more advanced techniques. It just shows people what's possible. Beyond basic fetch, it can kind of revolutionize how owners see just playing catch, shows the real potential.
So that leads to the ideal fetch day plan. If someone's committed, maybe they've been at the expo in the morning. What did the afternoon look like for some top-tier fetch?
Right. Find a big open space first. Beach, big field, maybe an empty GAA pitch if you can find one.
Yeah.
Space is key. Then focus on technique. Don't just throw, throw, throw. Warm up first, short throws. Mix up the directions, keeps the brain working, maybe even hide a ball halfway through, make them use their nose. Adds another layer of stimulation.
Crucial question, though. When do you stop the game?
Always stop while still keen, while they still want more. You want them to finish buzzing, excited for next time. That keeps the association positive, builds that drive. We're aiming for sustainable fun, not exhaustion.
Okay, let's zoom out a bit. We've joked about National Whatever Day, but why do these dog holidays actually matter? What's the real value?
I think they matter because they give us structure. If you look at the bigger picture, these days serve maybe 3 really key functions. They stop us getting complacent. First, they're reminders. Just simple nudges to pause the crazy pace of our own lives and actually be present with our dogs. Put the phone down, connect.
Okay, reminders. Second, the educational side.
Exactly. Days like World Animal Day or Pet Obesity Awareness Day, they push necessary knowledge out there. They put uncomfortable facts like welfare statistics or health risks right in front of us. It prompts action we might otherwise just put off.
And thirdly, community.
Yeah, the community building part. They bring dog people together, whether it's, donating to the same cause online or actually meeting up at something like the expo. That shared interest, that connection, it strengthens the whole dog-loving community. Remember, your dog doesn't care about your job title or your bank balance. They just care that you're their person.
So wrapping this all up then, the ultimate goal isn't just a good October, it's year-round. How do we take this focused energy and make it, well, normal? Build that genuine, sustainable commitment.
The core message never really changes. It's about time, attention, and quality engagement. That's what dogs value most. So, for structured advice, daily, walk them with your phone away, truly present, 5 minutes, just 5, of real, focused play, and a good scratch in that spot they love. Simple.
Okay, daily covered. What about weekly?
Weekly, aim for one special thing. Maybe it's a totally new walking route, a trip somewhere different like the beach or woods, or even just a quick 5-minute training session keeps their brain sharp. And try to see grooming not just as a task, but as bonding time. That physical contact, the scent exchange, it's important, even if they pretend to hate the brush.
Monthly.
Monthly, try something completely fresh, a new type of toy, explore a new trail you've heard about, teach them a silly new trick, and do a quick mental check-in. Are they happy? Active, eating well, maintaining a good weight? You should know the answers instantly.
And the long view. Yearly.
Yearly. Absolutely book that vet checkup. That's non-negotiable. Preventative care is key. Maybe update a photo album. It's nice to look back. And plan one really big special day out, a proper adventure together, a hike, a long day at a dog-friendly beach, explore a new town. These bigger moments anchor the relationship.
That really feels like the main takeaway here. Your dog has no idea it's a National Fetch Day or whatever. They don't see the Instagram post. What they know is you, the person holding the lead, the person throwing the ball. They know you're their person. They feel your attention.
That's it, exactly. So the challenge we want to leave you with is this. Use these October dates. Use them as a catalyst. The focus on walks, on welfare, the health check with obesity awareness, the push for better play. Let it kickstart a genuinely new level of engagement because, honestly, every single day you get to share with your dog is a reason to celebrate them. So grab the lead, put your phone away, and give back some of that incredible unconditional love they show us constantly.